Rant incoming. Here's a take that I've had for a while now that I don't think many people have in the MMA space, but it's really a deeper look into what is making Merab such an effective champion right now. First of all, Merab has made an incredible career off of shutting down technicians who have largely crowded the top of bantamweight since the beginning. It's always been a heavy footwork division, lots of tall fighters, lots of primarily strikers. But Merab is sort of this outlier. He's shorter, he's heavily muscled, and he has such an ugly style that his opponents are too busy trying to look more technical and cleaner than him, and that is exactly why they lose to him. Start taking stupid risk. Please, I'm begging you, bantamweights. Enough of this trying to get a volume win over Merab or trying to evade Merab's wrestling. You're not, okay? How is that not clear by this point? We saw Sean O'Malley run away and fatigue himself, whiffing on counter shots and even getting submitted in the rematch. We saw Petr Yan have some striking success, but before he could cause any real damage, Merab had him gassing out from the takedown attempts and even swelled his eye shut somehow. Even Umar Nurmagomedov, an elevation-trained Dagestani, couldn't hang with the machine, alright? Loved that performance, though. Seeing a Nurmagomedov gas out and lose, incredible stuff. Enjoy it. We'll probably never see it happen again, sadly. And now my pick of the week, Corey Sandhagen, Beakers and Test Tubes Corey, tries to be all pretty and by the book out there and refuses to jump for a single sub, like what happened to the Ryan Hall influence that I was glazing a week ago. These new contenders are trying to beat Merab the way they want, and that simply just ain't it. So, you heard it here first. Abandon all technique, abandon all skill. This new generation of bantamweight is afraid of looking uncool and sloppy out there, so they fall back into their habits and fight the way they want, and that is not how you're going to beat the champion. Is this really the bantamweight timeline we are in right now? Seriously. I love Merab's journey and his personality, but I swear, at this point, it's just starting to make bantamweight look like a weak division, if I'm being honest. So, we are going to write some blueprints for them so maybe they can have a chance against Merab. Option 1, it's going to take a bantamweight with either equal or greater punch power than Marlon Moraes, a man who rooted himself to the center of the cage and put Merab on skates with a left hook. Merab is getting more and more comfortable on the feet these days. Crazy to say, but people are too busy running away from him to actually find meaningful counter shots. Like, Merab barely recovered from Moraes' left hook and won by stoppage because Moraes gassed out. If he was just more patient and didn't rush that finish, maybe he could have found another counter like that and put Merab out. Who knows? We'll never know. Sort of laid a piece of the blueprint for strikers moving forward against Merab. Don't run away, but also don't chase him. You gotta go low and slow with Merab and really plant yourself and land a powerful counter shot. You're not gonna win on volume against Merab, okay? Don't run away. Get rid of your takedown jitters. Just plant hard, throw, and get respect. Volume is no longer an option here, okay? His gas tank is too good. He will beat you in a 5-round affair. Merab will literally run at you and close the space anyway. Just come to terms with it and accept that you have to meet him with a really hard single shot. Bantamweights with a lot of power right now include Song Yadong. Marlon Vera has some fluky power, and kind of the guy I have my eye on right now is Lockdog Oliveira. He's a huge bantamweight himself, and he's not a combination puncher. He's very much a single shot striker, but I actually like that about him. He's got great power, so yeah, I don't know. Marlon Vera's kind of cooked, and Song Yadong, I don't know right now. We'll have to see how he does against O'Malley. Godspeed to them. Hope they get a crack at the machine one day. They're our only hope. Option 2. Be willing to get down and dirty with Merab. Can we please start shooting takedowns into him? This is MMA. You can do that, okay? I'm tired of seeing people try and stuff the takedown for the 50th time just to get back to their feet. No, he's just gonna do it again. Embrace the takedowns, okay? Wish more people would actually roll with Merab and discover that he doesn't have that great of BJJ. It's more so just strength. He is a self-admitted judoka. He's been out-wrestled before. Believe it or not, you can go back and look at the Ricky Simone fight. Even Henry Cejudo had a bit of wrestling success. Like, it is possible. Why are these bantamweights so afraid to shoot into Merab? I just don't get it. He's not like an Oliveira on the ground. He's far more concerned with just taking you down nonstop to cause fatigue. You don't really need to be worried at all about an early, like, first round submission from Merab, okay? And casuals won't agree because he has these superstar moments of picking up Cejudo like a baby and strength mogging Umar Nurmagomedov, but the truth is, he's been finished before, he can be finished again. I think there's just this perception and this fear that his opponents have of gassing out. They're really in their own minds on that shit, and are just afraid to come out of their styles and take risk. And he was taken out by Ricky Simone, who is good, and it's still around in the division. I believe he's unranked, but decent bantamweight veteran, all things considered. And he can be submitted. We've seen it before with Ricky Simone. Ricky Simone took him out with a one-armed mounted guillotine. Even though he made it to the horn, it was ruled a TKO finish, because while conscious, Merab was so out of breath and blood in his brain that he couldn't stand after the fight. So yes, he made it to the horn, but it got ruled a TKO because you have to stand on your own at the end of the fight, or they rule a TKO. Okay, wrap it up, we get it. And blueprint number 3, stop trying to headhunt Merab, only throw body shots and leg kicks, intercepting strikes, try for reversals instead of just digging your underhook and sprawling 50 times, Petr Yan. How about we go for some reversals instead? There's a bigger payoff if you land it, and it isn't sustainable to sprawl for 25 minutes. Even if, like, no matter how your cardio is, how good you are at takedown defense, you can't sprawl takedowns for 25 minutes. You will just burn out, your arms will burn out, and you'll fatigue. That is Merab's whole thing. I know O'Malley is hung up on the idea of needing to KO Merab out cold with one shot. That's all theatrics. Headhunting isn't it, Chief. Like, I like body work against the style of a Merab. He's shorter, he has a big torso, he's not a tall guy. And he's already ducking down to shoot low into takedowns anyway. You gotta target the sternum, the ribs with uppercuts, knees, all that kind of stuff. And I'm pretty confident that Petr Yan in a rematch can come in looking much improved, or at least mixing it up in this regard. He's very dynamic, like really hacking at that lead leg like he did in the first fight. That was awesome. He landed about 15 low kicks, and that's good work. It's better than headhunting. You could actually compromise Merab's ability to shoot if he's on a dead leg. We need to pursue things like that instead of just headhunting, looking for that high aura McGregor KO moment. Give it up, O'Malley. Stop. You're ruining your career. But in the end, Yan had to give up the low kicks as the fight went on. He's being assaulted and just molested by Merab's wrestling, so Merab pulled away with the fight. But again, a good glimpse at a tactic that could work against Merab. Loved Yan's low kicks in that fight. Maybe we see it again in a rematch. Maybe he mixes it up a bit better. Merab's game took over. It is what it is. Yan didn't know he was up against a complete mutant EPO freak. So I hope Yan gets the rematch and we can see his sort of sweep game come into effect, because he is a high enough fight IQ fighter to actually come in and change the game plan. Like we saw with Sean O'Malley, didn't change a damn thing, still ran the whole fight, fatigued himself. I actually think Yan would go for sweeps, go for intelligent body shots and this sort of thing, and not just headhunt Merab, not try to win on volume, prioritize damage, low kicks, and really mix it up. So yeah, bravo to Merab though, man. Even if it's ugly, it still is domination, and that I can respect. Absolutely. The win streak is incredible. He's great, good energy at press conferences, skits are top tier, he's a funny guy. Out of camp, he is a clip farmer, he's such a spaz, climbing trees, running all over the place, and just diving into frozen lakes. I love it. But what do you guys think? Let's have a debate over if Merab is actually a GOAT of the sport, or the top 5 of Bantamweight are just a perfect stylistic matchup for him, and they don't really have their shit together. He's able to come in and really just clown on these technicians that are trying to beat him on volume and look for the perfect shot, instead of really just understanding his chaotic, messy style. That would be a great debate. Okay, rant over. As always, thank you guys for watching. See you real soon.